What are you saying, people? Jacob, aka Retro J, aka Jasoteric, aka Retro J, aka Retrograde Happy. I think I said Retro J twice, but those are the names for now until I decide to change it. I'm a Cancer Moon and Cancer Rising. I'll be fluctuating. Go with the times. But anyway, no more justifications. I wanted to talk about the Pisces moon transit that we're currently experiencing. That's very, very powerfully felt collectively, because we're just transitioning from the new moon in Aquarius, which is still in effect anyway. Well, it's a long term effect because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and co-ruled by Uranus. The long term effect is on an individual level, but also very disruptive on a collective level because everyone is going through such unique dynamics. It's clashing, and you creating a free for all. So the new moon is the spark to that energy. You know, the free for all is present. That's what was awakened through the new moon in Aquarius, awakening people to how how sovereign they truly are. You know, but also Aquarius deals with organized outfits, you know, collectives or small organizations. People that have a shared like understanding, mentality amongst each other, you know, and their own independent rules and regulations, you know. So this is like tribes, this is like football teams, this is like basketball teams, this is like police officers, yeah, shit like that. So any kind of gangs even that are even Mason cults and all that kind of shit. You know, that's what Aquarius deals with. So right now we're that new moon is, I just saw a video of this movement called the Great Reopening happening. You know, I think it was organized in the UK, and it's like just showing kind of like multiple angles of people around the country, around the UK, even outside the country, maybe in like Wales and those kind of areas as well, kind of standing their ground and saying no to the police. And there was a recent video I just saw, which is very what's the term? Is very telling of the moon going through Pisces right now, especially following the new moon in Aquarius. It's like bringing that is pouring freedom into the collective. It's like a collective understanding mentally of what needs to happen next, you know, or what needs to be done for progress as well. But then individual needs as well, or information that we need to be feeding into the collective that can help progress it, you know, on an individual basis, but also amongst our communities as well. So this great reopening is a symbolic of that. But with the moon being in Pisces, there's this woman, and they agreed to open up a daycare, like after weeks of like organizing, getting together with the local council, or like, you know, yeah, just the people that run, I guess, the area. And since it's an independently ruled daycare, they got all their tests done to make sure the kids were fit to come. But the police on the day of just say, no, you can't do that. You can't. What do you mean you're partying here? Not partying, but what do you mean kids are coming to school? They said no, that's not happening. So I felt like, and the woman was crying as well on camera. So she was pouring out, because it was a moment of like, wow, like, damn, this is really where you stand. Like, this is the cost. This is how much empathy you lack. That's the Pisces moon with the Aquarius sun energy. It's like we're seeing, especially with Pisces being the second house from Aquarius, the feeling is that the value of compassion, you know, the value of people's childhoods and upbringings on a collective level, because Pisces deals with all the water signs, all the emotions and feelings that we all go through, the journey of emotionality in general, you know, things that we all need and that, yeah, we're always going to be able to relate to. This kind of understanding clearly amongst, i.e. with the sun being in Aquarius, there's a light on organized outfits. people, the few, the few, basically the 1% or the 5% or the 10%, people that get exclusive rights, basically. You know, the rules, they exist outside of the rules that the majority have to follow, i.e. Capricorn. So these are the people dictating what society actually does. They're the ones pulling the strings, but then they're also the ones puppets to the ones pulling the strings too. That's Aquarius too. And we're seeing kind of like how these organized outfits treat, like what their general like energy is and vibration and feeling. You're seeing that realistically. You're seeing their mentality, how dry it is emotionally, you know, in terms of compassion, in terms of understanding. That's what people are experiencing with this transit through Pisces, you know, with the moon being in Pisces. So I would say it's therefore a period as well where people have this intuitive connection to one another about what to do next. So this can like manifest kind of like a sort of telepathy amongst the unknown, amongst strangers, amongst unique ideas, amongst science, like certain techniques, try like maybe things that were passed on to you, you know, passed on to your community, poured into your community from like past lives and that kind of energy. Because the moon or water energy is always going to deal with the past, you know. It's like connecting to an experience. Once you connect to that experience, you keep replaying that experience. Eventually, that's the flow of water. But whilst Aquarius is the water bearer or holder, kind of overstanding emotions and feelings in general. But back to my point, this Pisces new moon, not Pisces new moon, but this Pisces moon, sorry, I'm high, is like, let me get it together now. Let me get it together. Hold on. I got it. What was I talking about? This is going to get edited out. But, yeah, man was talking about Pisces new moon is also dealing with yeah, there's that like telepathic connection amongst the unknown, amongst different techniques, you know, aliens or theories, concepts, people just having that divine like understanding of out of the box ways of looking at reality, you know, out of the old system, new world ways of getting along, of flowing, you know, of connecting as well to each other. So although we might see with the new moon in Aquarius like a lot more people, a lot more of an outpour collectively, because everyone's being affected right now, because these are universal signs as well. So this is a very impactful transit. That's probably why my spirit felt called to do this video in the first place. So yeah, there's going to be there's more large outpours. You might hear more about floods or even the weather, because Aquarius is dealing with fixed air as well. So Aquarius is the container that we live in. It is the bubble in general. It is the clouds, you know, pouring into the collective. So Pisces, you can imagine there being like a wave. Therefore waves in the weather as well, or in the temperature. I can't really get more into detail about that, but that just came to me. But anyway, moving on. With the outpour, yes, that's part of it. But then, yeah, people might like there's more of a reaction and response to, because dealing with the moon, which is how we react and respond, our sensitivities, more of a yeah, just extra sensitive time right now, extra sensitive. And this is amongst associations, you know, friends, people that we don't see that often as well. there's a bridge emotion. There's an emotional bridge being overcome in those situations. A newfound sense of comfortability, a newfound adaptability to their way of thinking and communicating, and your way of thinking and communicating. You know, certain subconscious like feelings are being outpoured in front of, you know, people that we might not know that well. So in future, this is manifesting like a closer. You might get, yeah. There's a lot more like tightening, you know, amongst friends now. And water and air together. It's like a tornado, really. Is that a tornado? Not sure, but yeah, that's my video though. That's really what I wanted to say in the Moon in Pisces. Use those magical gifts, those magical, you know, out of the box ways of thinking to gain newfound security, newfound structure in your life. Be the co-creator of your own reality. Work hand in hand with God and the intuition that's pouring out of you, you know, that you're picking up from your surroundings. Lean into those feelings, you know, speak your mind. This is really calling for you to speak your mind or forever hold your peace. This is that energy right here. And then with the moon going into Aries, when the moon transitions into Aries, there's going to be that inner spark, that inner light, that fire, that uprising, that arousal, that new birth of vision, those personal feelings coming to light, you know, through people, in terms of people's unique ways of thinking and communicating. There's going to be more passion to do those things and to act on those things as well, regardless of how relatable it is to another individual. Because it's like fight or flight mode with Aries, survival energy. Pisces moon is wrapping up the movie we just went through when the moon went into Aries before. So yeah, we're concluding right now. We're definitely concluding. We're mourning the old world, or the old bubbles we once existed in, or the old structures that we once existed in, spaces that we once existed in. So this, yeah, there's gonna be a lot more like of a need to definitely offer something right now. Offer something, contribute in some way, shape or form. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like the thing if you want, share the thing if you want. I'm just trying to attract soul tribe, soul group. So yeah, shout out to Dolo as well. Big inspiration.